Ahoy! Dobry den from Prague. I'm going to take you to a few places around the city today. We're going to start with Charles Bridge behind me. I'm going to give you some facts along the way. Let's go check it out. Very touristic area, of course.
How much this? Oh.
They have all these statues depicting, I don't know, some Catholic stuff. Czech Republic is a very Catholic country, much like its neighbor Poland. So I'll give you the first fact. The Charles Bridge began construction in 1357 and was completed in 1402. It is over 600 years old and was once used as an important trade route between Eastern and Western Europe, crossing the Vltava River. And here, to my right, is the Vltava River. There's some cruise ships going by. And in the distance we can see Prague Castle. I think we're going to be going there later. Is that traditional Czech music? Yeah, it really is nice. Prague is a very photogenic city. Even when you get into like the old back alleys of the old town and all these historical buildings, and they're so colorful and so unlike anything we have back home in Canada, in Toronto at least. So much history. Yeah, really beautiful.
Tady jenom na záchod a
So you get the gist of it. See you at the next location. So now I'm making my way back across the other side, and I just remembered there's another fact I wanted to give you. Maybe in the Middle Ages, like a few hundred years ago, there was a queen who confessed a sin to the priest, and the king wanted to find out what it was, and the priest didn't want to disclose it, obviously, because they're not allowed to. So the king had the priest thrown over the Charles Bridge into the Vltava River. and I guess he drowned, and yeah, that was the end of him. So he was a little bit of a jealous bugger. He couldn't live with not knowing what it was. So that's another one for you. So now we are at Prague Old Town Square. This is the side of the building of the astronomical clock. It's gonna go off in about 10 minutes, so we're just in time to see it. Got a whole group of people looking at it, just standing there waiting to be pickpocketed. So another fact about Old Town Square. Old Town Square is the oldest square in Prague and dates back to the 12th century. It served as a bustling marketplace, being at the crossroads of European trade routes. It has also been used to host many events over the years, from joyous royal coronations to tragic public executions. It is also home to the famous astronomical clock, as I mentioned, that was installed in 1410, making it the oldest still in operation today. That's pretty amazing. The oldest astronomical clock still in operation today. I think it's the oldest clock that's still in operation today. 1410, that's a long time. So yeah, let's, while we're in the square, let's take a little bit more look at the architecture here. What kind of Gothic scene is being depicted here. Gonna make a quick loop here so we can get back to the astronomical clock just in time to see it go off. And then, like, going around the perimeter of the square, we got all, you know, overpriced restaurants, Starbucks. Places serving pizza and burgers. Stuff that is obviously not from Czechia, to please the tourist palate. Alright, so we're coming back up on the clock now. $14.10. A lot of history.
Es ist so unfassbar doller Hals.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it off and turn it right back on as soon as it's about to go off, so I don't bore you.
No, vabbè, muoviti che adesso parto.
A little underwhelming if you ask me. Let's go get a beer then. Okay, so now I'm having the famous Pilsner Urquell at Ukata. Just a small tavern outside the main tourist square. Just go off a little bit and price of a beer drops by about like 30 crowns, like $2 or something. So anyway, maybe I wasn't giving the clock enough credit for something that's over 600 years old. That was probably like the bells and whistles of its day. So it's still pretty impressive for its age. Da zdraví. It's like 30 degrees out. It's too hot. Very much needed. By the way, the beer is 60 crowns. That's like $3.50 Canadian. Pretty good price, I would say. See you at the next location. So now I'm just waiting on an Uber. I must say, the Ubers are very cheap in this city, like average 100 and something. So I'm talking like $6, $8, $9 per ride. Mostly $6 per ride if you're going within like Prague 1. So yeah, just like everything else here, it's like very affordable. Food is very affordable, drinks are affordable, hotels are not affordable, but I think that's commonplace now. So yeah, just waiting for the Uber, and we are going to Prague Castle. So right now I'm standing in front of St. Vitus Cathedral. Look at that thing. Absolutely massive and so intricate. This is what I mean when I'm talking about that medieval Gothic architecture. It's absolutely amazing. So there's a long line to get into the cathedral, but I'm gonna wait in line so you all can have a look at it. The castle complex is very large, and that's where I'm gonna start with the next fact of this video. The construction of Prague Castle began in the year 880, making it over 1,000 years old. And according to the Guinness Book of World Records, it is the largest coherent castle complex in the world, spanning over 70,000 meters, or equivalent to 45 football fields. It has also been the official seat of the President of the Czech Republic since 1918. So I reckon this is going to be the bulk of the video because there's a lot of ground to explore here in Prague Castle. And as you can see, the lineup to get into the cathedral is ridiculous. Maybe I'll come back later today when the line isn't so long, maybe when the afternoon dies down. So for now, let's see what else there is to discover here. This is Prague Castle from the back, and the line is still going. Jesus Christ. I don't know if I'm gonna make it in there, to be honest with you.
Questo grande sarcofago.
Let's take a look at the armor of the day. We're inside the castle now. The whole hall is lined with these suits of armor. And here we have these like wooden holes in the castle, I guess, for shooting arrows. You can kind of like turn it where you need it to. That's pretty cool. Shoot out from here. Look at these, the weapons of the day. Imagine getting hit in the head with one of these fucking things. Jesus Christ. Amazing. The amount of weight that these guys must have had to carry on themselves whilst trying to defend and fight. It's absolutely unbelievable. I reckon the men were a lot stronger back then than they are now. Some traditional outfits of the time. My lady. So we'll go back and we'll discover another area of the castle now. Kind of like a cannon of the day. Okay, we made it in St. Vitus Cathedral. Surprisingly, that long line only took 15 minutes. So look at this beauty. Absolutely stunning. Going along the sides, we have these stained glass windows. hundreds of year old building.
Moucha. Il y a un Moucha, il y a le musée Moucha, il faut absolument le voir. J'adore. Ah ouais, quand même.
Absolutely incredible. Worth the 15-minute wait for sure. And also, the admission to the whole grounds of Prague Castle was 250 crowns. That's like, that's $15 Canadian. And you're allowed in for 2 days. First day and the next day after that. Did you know that in a city called Pilsen, about an hour train ride from Prague, in 1842, they created the famous Pilsner Urquell? And today, 70% of all beer is a derivative of this very recipe. And I can see why. It's absolutely delicious. It's got a great bitterness to it, like a Pilsner should. This is the original Pilsner. The first to ever do it, baby. So back in these times, there was something that they used to call a cod piece that was supposed to represent the status of your manhood. So let's take a look at the cod piece. There's another one over here I'll show you. Yes. So this one, it's quite a bigger cod piece, so I guess this guy was a little bit more manly than the other one. Had a little bit more status. Okay. Cod piece. And here we can take a nice look over the city. Another arrow hole where they would defend the castle from.
Chodź, synu.
Ja, dat zie je wel. Dit alleen de auto staat.
Pretty cool.
C'è il ristorante.
So we're in another area of the castle complex now. I climbed a bunch of stairs, and I think this is the presidential quarters. They got the guards looking after it around here. Pretty cool.
Then you see, and then they are all covered up to the neck, and you have nothing, no skin can be visible.
We're going to take a look down there, show you when we get to it. Now we are walking down the hill from Prague Castle. Just give you another look at the beautiful buildings here in Prague. It's a lot easier walking down than it is walking up, I'll tell you that. It's been very hot today. I'm sweating a lot. So I think now, maybe, we will grab some lunch. I think when I get to the bottom of the hill, where there's more traffic happening, I'll order another Uber. And we'll see what we can get. Maybe we'll go to one of the classic taverns and show you guys what it's like over there.
Sollen wir da unten treffen mit der
Vím, že ti to taky neumí.
Next place we're gonna go is Uzlateo Tigra. Part of the Prague Zoo. The Prague Zoo is a collection of old taverns here in Prague that all have different animal names. So this is the tiger. So let's go check out the tiger. Dobrý den. Oh, reserve, reserve. Reserve, reserve, reserve. Everywhere reserve. So where do I sit? Dobrý den. Oh, Reserve again. Reserve. So I've ordered a mliko here. So this is mostly foam. And you're probably thinking, what the hell are you talking about? Like, I thought the Czech Republic was supposed to have the best beer. Like, why you order a beer that's just like all foam? Well, you know what? It's supposed to be this way. And it's supposed to just have like a sweeter taste. The foam here is like really like thick foam, and it actually tastes good. Not like back home where it's just like a bunch of bubbles. So I'm gonna give you another fact. The Czech Republic consumes the most beer in the world per capita and has held the top spot consecutively since 1993. On average, each citizen drinks 181.7 liters of beer each year. Wow. Cheers to that. Delicious. Now I've ordered a schnitt, and a schnitt is basically like half beer, half foam, and it's meant to leave room for your nose in the glass so you can like really get into the beer and smell it. Like that. And how you say cheers in here, like I said before, is no zdraví, but when you do it, you have to make sure you hit the table, you look them in the eye, like that. You'd be really serious about it, otherwise you get 7 years bad luck. The beer here is like so thick and creamy, and it's just like nothing like the stuff you get back home. Like the head is like, it's not just like a bunch of bubbles, it's like really like thick, it's cohesive, it's, you could just suck these back like all day. It's just, oh. And also I want to mention that the beer here in the Czech Republic, it's not strong. Like it's all like very like light in alcohol. Like this is only 4.4%. So I guess that's why they're able to drink 181.7 liters a year per citizen. Because yeah, it's very light. It's good. It's easy, very easy drinking. I love it. And this is a chladinka, which is a full pour, maybe more like what you're used to seeing. Really like fine carbonation, very fine. That's what's making like that thick head. It's really good. There's like a bunch of like old guys like congregating with the bartender. As they're all like the bartender's drinking, all like the guys at the bar are drinking, and yeah, it's a pretty cool time. That's what you get from one of these classic pubs, a bunch of regulars. So that was really, really good. I recognize that it takes a certain type of experience, certain type of skill level to be able to pull off those kind of pours. Those were some of the best pours I've had so far on this trip, and probably the most authentic of places that I've been as well. But because they've had, because they had so many reserved tables, I felt like I was kind of imposing, so I didn't want to order any food. So I'm gonna go to another place, Old Faithful, really close to my hotel, Pivovaru Medoviku. So I'm gonna go there, and we're gonna get some food there, and I'll show you guys that place while we're at it. It's starting to rain a little bit now, which is kind of like a breath of fresh air. I mean, it's been really hot today. When I got here originally, it was really cold. Not really cold, but it was quite cold. I needed a long sleeve shirt at least. And then it got really hot, and now it's raining. So we're getting like everything here on this trip in terms of weather, which is great, I guess. Get to experience different things. Okay. Let's go eat. Here we are, Pivovaru Medoviku. Oh, hello, sir. Table for one? Table for one, please. No? No? Dobry den. Can I sit here? It's okay?
No.
Thank you.
Beer?
Yes. Budvar Dark?
Yeah.
Thank you. I've been here like a bunch of times already, so I think the guys like kind of know me right now. Let's take a look at the menu. Wow, lots to choose from. I'm gonna decide. So this is the Budvar Dark at Pivovaru Medoviku. They don't serve Pilsner Urquell, they serve Budvar and their house brew. So I also ordered the roasted pork knuckle with dark beer sauce, I think. So I'm gonna try that out. The most expensive meal of the trip so far, 444 crown for the pork knuckle alone. So it's okay. Gotta treat yourself sometimes. So this is the roasted pork knuckle in all its glory. Wow, that's big. Yeah, that looks really, really good actually. Got some sauerkraut, horseradish, mustard. Let's get into it. And they can give me some rye bread here as well. This is giving me like porchetta vibes, kind of like how a porchetta would just like kind of like flake off. This is giving me like Vincentina porchetta vibes. Yeah, except it looks a little bit more moist than Vincentina's porchetta. I guess because this is cooked on the bone. I don't know. Very, very, very good. I approve. Let's try with the sauerkraut. Just what I needed after walking around the city all day, making a video for you. I was feeling a little bit sick for the past few days. Maybe like sinus infection, coughing up like phlegm, mucus from my nose. I wasn't feeling too well, but then you know what? I said, you know what? Today I'm feeling okay. Let's go out and get it. Let's make a video. And I did it, and I feel a lot better now. In the words of Imran Khan, the former Pakistani Prime Minister, he's sentenced to a three-year jail term now. He said, you don't, what did he say? You don't fail, you never fail unless you give up. You only fail if you give up. That's what he said. You only fail if you give up. Pakistan Zindabad. I like Imran Khan. I think Imran Khan's a good guy. I like Imran Khan. Former cricket player, turned famed Pakistani Prime Minister. Absolutely nothing to do with the video, but a little tidbit of information there for you. Going to enjoy my pork hawk now. So just a little look at the Czech money. This is 1,000 crowns, equivalent to about $60 Canadian. Pretty cool. Ah, thank you, sir.
Yes.
And my beer has arrived. My Budvar Light. No zdravie. Yeah, I'm gonna pay and I'm gonna get out of here. So the bill for that large roasted pork knuckle and 2 beers was $35 Canadian. So I think that's pretty reasonable. Maybe even cheaper than what you would get back in Toronto, I think, for what I got. So definitely affordable prices here in Prague. Starting to rain a little bit more now. But let's take a little walk around the Vltava River. Down the street from my hotel. Ah, look at all the people on the boats down there, pedal boating themselves around. There you can see St. Vitus Cathedral in the background. We were there earlier today. Pretty cool. Wow, look at that old Mercedes. Nice. Another old Mercedes. Okay, it's time to kind of come down now, so I think I'm just gonna go back to the hotel and try to edit this video. Call it a night. Thanks a lot, guys. That was a lot of fun, actually. I wasn't even expecting to make this video today. It was kind of like a last-minute decision, and I like doing things spontaneously like that. So the spontaneity is basically what fueled me to do it. It's kind of a little bit more exciting. So maybe I'll see you at another time at another place. See you later.